Hi, hello, and welcome back to another video. So this video today is going to be a bit different because it's not a speedbuild video. It's going to be a video of me doing a tour of a zoo I built on stream in the beginning of my Planet Zoo journey. It's called the Jungle Temple. I couldn't think of a better name for it, but the theme was jungle and temple-y. It's based basically all around the South America pack. It's all animals that are from South America. So not just the ones that came in the pack or any of the ones that were already in the game that were from South America, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I built this whole zoo on stream. I've had to empty the park, so there are no people walking around it because my recording software did not like me recording and trying to walk around in first person view. So we'll be walking around an empty park. And we'll just be having a look at everything and showing you what I built. I'm quite proud of this zoo, especially the first few habitats we built. I had loads of inspiration for them, and then some of it dwindled off and then came back right at the end. So luckily, I think all in all, it turns out really good. And I unfortunately can't turn any of my streams into speed builds because of the overlays I have on Twitch and whatnot. And at the time, I didn't record my gameplay separately. And so I wanted to show this off, essentially, and I didn't have any other place to do it but doing a tour. And so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to apologise in advance. My camera skills, they aren't great, but I'm going to try my best. So, there we go. There's my turning. So this is the little entrance. It's not too bad. It's just simple little archway, jungle temple, welcome. Even though welcome written vertically like that doesn't look quite right, but that's fine. And so the theme for this basically is as if you're in the Amazon. So there's lots of rivers, there's lots of bodies of water. They've all got the colour of the Amazon River apparently, because that's a setting. So let's get started, shall we? We walk up the path. There's a tree. Hello? Have I clicked on a tree? I've clicked on a tree. Right, there we go. Back to this. Walk up the path. And it's very nice, lots of bins everywhere because, you know, people litter. And so the first thing you come across is a little shop area. So I built this whole little wall with some shops built into it. So it's as if a building that crumbled. These pieces get used so much throughout this whole park. And then there's a toilet block here as well. I think that this is really nice. I quite like it. These guys are waving at us. Say hello back. Wave back. Everyone wave. I hope you're all waving at home. And yeah, I like how this looks. It's nice to come across shops initially because although this is a sandbox, I try my best to keep the parks like running efficiently. And then you keep walking, there's lots more buildings, you see lots of rocks, and you're like, ooh, I wonder what's going on here. This is all staff area over to the left over here. But if you carry on walking, you start seeing more trees and more buildings going on. And so you're like, ooh, what's this? And so you come across this lovely sign. And this says there's the Reptile Temple. There's an otters. This guy's walking into us. There's the otters, the jaguars, tortoises, monkeys. Very cool. Shall we? Let's go over to the Reptile Temple and otters first. Let's go this way. It's a bit of a sharp turn. And so I'm going to assume this is the Temple of Exhibits. So this is just a whole little building that has all of the animals that are exhibit animals that are from South America. So you walk in, there's this lovely flooring, ground flooring, and then each little habitat has its own little tower. There's a little tree frog. Look at that. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. There's some more down here. These probably need emptying out. Exhibit animals seem to breed like nothing, no one else's business. And so there's lots of things going on in here. It looks all in all very nice. You get a glimpse out the sides. Very open. Didn't like walls. It's too open for that. Here's an iguana. Hello, pal. How you doing? You doing all right? I hope you are. Caretaker's coming around for a look. But yeah, this is the Temple of Exhibits. And so there's lots of waters, more rivers, more of these lily pads. And it's all very nice. I seem to be running around this park. And then we come across this lovely cave. There's a jeep. Someone's been exploring here. Lovely little otter statue. And so let's go down into the cave. This is very cool. Nice and health and safety has been thought about. With some water overflowing. River underneath here. Ooh, and it's our lucky day. Look at that, there's an otter swimming about. So we've got a lovely underwater viewing area here. The otters swimming about, getting their food, being fed. I'm very proud of this. This was the first habitat I built, and it took me like 4 streams, so it was like 10 hours worth of building. It was insane, but I'm very proud of it. It's a very large habitat. You will see it's a very large habitat. Oh, there's even some treasure. Look over here. We can see over there. We'll go in. Some treasure hidden in the bottom of the otter's lake. You can learn a bit about them. And yeah, this is just their underwater bit. But the whole habitat together. You can walk back out of the tunnel and walk around the whole thing. But the whole thing is massive. I very much overestimate how big the habitats are. Lots of trees everywhere. I don't think that helps with frame rate either, so hence why I had to empty the park. And then here you get to have a look here. Look at them if they're in the mud bath, using some bubbles. Have a bit more of a look of their overground area. And you go up some stairs. See this like little overpass. What's up here? Ooh. Even more. There's an otter running around over there. And there's this bridge, because so this river obviously runs throughout the whole habitat, and so I realised the keepers couldn't get across, so I had to build them a bridge. But I'm very proud of it. Oh my god, help! I've zoomed in too far. This bridge, very proud of. And then over there is that little house. We'll go over there in a minute. And so you just walk along the little bridge, have a lovely little time. You can keep looking at all their habitats, see if you can see any otters. Anyone else spot any otters? I think I got about 5. There's a baby otter right here. Hello, friend. Hello. Right, sorry. I've gone off track. I'm doing a tour. Go down onto human level, please. Tall. And there's another otter over there, like, running across. So yeah, you can walk back down this little path and walk around to this other viewing area where their food tray is, and a few more enrichment items. That's that otter, baby otter we were looking at. And then, so you can't see it really, you can get a glimpse of it here. This is their little house, their little habitat, hard shelter with lots of strangler fig trees over it. But I'm going to show you from the front because I'm so proud of this building. I saw one photo and went, I'm doing that. There's a photo of like a little doorway that had been overrun by strangler fig trees, and it was amazing. Very proud of it. And so I recreated it for their little habitat where they can hide away and have sleepy times, have a sleepy sleeps. And so yeah, that's this side of the park. You can walk back down here. Annoyingly, I didn't join up the paths. I probably should have. But you can walk back around. There's like Otter Circle. Back past the Temple of Reptiles, or Temple of Exhibits. Because they're not all reptiles. Some of them are amphibians. Do they count as reptiles? Don't know. And so here you get a little fork in the road. You can either go up onto this bridge or to the left. We're going to go to the left because this is another big impressive build that I did. So this is kind of my main, you get a glimpse, kind of my main build. This is the capuchin monkeys. You can tell because they make so much noise. But I built a whole temple for them. I built them a whole temple. Let me go up and show you properly. Yeah, I placed every block. Not like obviously the wall bits, like these bits I didn't place, but I placed all the other things. Lots of rotating. I really wish I filmed me doing that like properly. I'm so proud of it. It's probably one of the best things I've built. You can actually also go in the building, in the temple. So if you carry on walking around, have a look at these monkeys. Look at this one using the roller. Look at that. Keep on going around, kind of skipping a few things, but that's fine. And then you can go in here. You can go in up the little slope. I'm not on the slope currently, but it's fine. On the slope, up past. Oh, into the whole exhibit that is taken over by the mountain a bit more, the temple. And you come in, there's a talk point, and then is there going to be many monkeys in here? No, that's annoying. Well, there is one. You can come in and watch them climb about. So this is their hard shelter. They sleep in here. They've got some bedding at the bottom there, and then also they get some more climbing. They get lots of climbing from the trees, and so guests can come in and watch them have a climb about, which is very nice. Very cool. You can walk to here and have them look at them having a climb over there as well. But yes, I think this is very good. Yeah, stand here. Lots of them stood. Lots of like guests stood here and watched them all run around from here. Cause this is a nice view as well. Watching them all outside, having a play about in the water, and with their balls and enrichment items and whatnot. And then you can leave again. And so if you go back to where we were, over here, I think we were about here, weren't we? But yeah, you can keep walking, and then again there's another fork. You can either go up onto this bridge or round. We are going to go round a bit more, just to try and get the most animals in as possible. And so here is another little temple building I built, full of more shops. So there's more food and drink for people to have. And you can go all the way around it, and then there's some information and a loony balloons the other side, which is very fun. And then you see off in the distance another little cave. And so let's go over here. This is another habitat that I blew up far too much. It's so massive compared to what's in there. This is the dwarf caiman. They are tiny. I didn't expect them to be as tiny as they are, but they are teeny tiny, and so they're quite hard to spot if they're not on the land. But you can have a... Oh, I've gone up instead of forward. But they live in this little cave. They've got some ruins on the top. They've got some long grass on the path. I need to fix that. You can go in, and they have a little jetty that they can come out on. And oh, I think that's one by that tree. Swimming over. So I struggled with this one a bit. I wasn't sure what to do. I had this whole idea of a cave, and then made the cave too big, and I realised how small they were, but I didn't have another idea, and I didn't want to shrink the habitat, so I just sort of stayed with it. And so they can walk all around. They've got a whole area for them to... I need to put... Oh, I was meant to put education boards down, but that's fine. And so we'll go over and say hello, because we couldn't really see them properly. Oh, here's one sleeping, actually, on the jetty bed. So if you stood here, you can see them having sleeps, but they're just little crocodiles. Very little, very peaceful little crocodiles. Very cute. But this again is another circle habitat. You can walk all the way around it, view it from all sides. Not if you're a toddler. That's apparently the height I was being then. There's a little strangler fig tree that's come through the roof, the hole in the cave, which is very nice. And then you come back out. More grass on the path, but that's okay. And so yeah, you can have a fun time playing Spot the Caiman from there. Who doesn't love playing Spot the Caiman, hey? And then you carry on back round, and then you come across this bridge that you were on before. And you're like, what is in the middle here? Big old island. What's going on? And over here is, you can again walk all around. There's this path. You can either walk across if you want to miss out the shops. And you can stand up here and have a look. You can't see any of them. They all must be on the other side. That's annoying. Let's walk around this side then. Oh, you can have a spot. Can you spot them? They are giant Galapagos tortoises. They've got some babies going on. They are very cute. They've got their own... We made them their own Galapagos island, basically. With their little heads. I was saying that their little head statues are the ones that they protect their island. They keep them from harm. And you can walk around the whole island. They are excluded from the whole park, so they don't have any barriers except obviously the little area that the keeper comes in. But yeah, this is Tortoise Island. Galapagos Island is not what I could call it, because obviously it's not the actual Galapagos Island, but cool nonetheless. You see the little babies. There's lots of little tiny tortoises, and they just plod around, basking in the sun. And then they have their own little tortoise temple. Tortoise Temple. Very cute. And then you can carry on. This is the other path, the other crossing, where you can either go towards the capuchin monkeys or over here. And so we're at the back of the Temple of Exhibits. And then you walk up and you see another big cave. Another big cave boy. And you go, what's in here then? What could be in here? And you see there's it's a little shared habitat between the tapir and the giant anteater, which is very cool. We dubbed this zoo actually on stream. We were saying, oh, should be the giant zoo, because there's a giant anteater, we've got giant otters, and they are called giant Galapagos tortoises. And I can't remember if another one has giant in, but these are very cute. I love tapir, they're so cute. I love the little tapir, and their little babies are adorable too. And then also the anteaters are very cute also. This one's just got its bum wiggling. They like to swim. They've got a little waterfall. Here's an anteater. These are very cute as well. Very sweet animals. And so they've just got quite a plain habitat. They sort of, from what I remember from their list, they live on between the grasslands and tropical areas of South America. So they don't have as much foliage in there because they didn't want it. But I still think it looks quite nice. The big cave is quite a distinct difference that they've got, which I think is quite cool. They've got a few more bits of rubble as if there was structures here once, but they are now gone. And so now this is a one-way road. You sort of walk up to tapirs and then walk back down. I'm lost. My layouts of zoos need to get a little bit better, but instead of walking back and forward, but I think this is okay for now. You get to see everything quite a few times, which is quite nice, really. And then I think this is the last habitat. This is the big boy. This is what everyone comes into the park for, really. And for animal wise, because I would come for the big temple, but that's because I know how much time I spent on it. But you come up here, and if you haven't guessed by the statue, these are jaguars. They are very cool. I built them a tree house that they can actually climb up into. And so when I was setting up, they were up in the tree house. Now they're having a swim. There are some cubs in there as well, I believe. But they've got like a tiered waterfall system. And then they can swim in their big river. And they are beautiful creatures. Beautiful, beautiful creatures. And they've got lots to climb. They've got their lamp posts that light it up nicely, and then not as much foliage, but I wanted them to have space to walk around. And they've got their tree house, and overall just looks quite impressive, I think. So yeah, oh, here's a little cub. I think this might be the adult actually. No, I think the cubs do say really small. But look, playing with their fire hose ball. Let me go through the glass so it's not as blurry. But yeah, I think that's the tour pretty much. I think that's the whole tour. I'll pop back in if this isn't the whole tour, but I'm pretty sure it is. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my tour of my zoo. I am so proud of it. It's what got me into building in Planet Zoo properly, because before I was like, oh, I really like Planet Zoo. I really like the idea of Planet Zoo, but I couldn't. Oh, there's a little cub running across the screen now. Just about to enter the water. But I never really was able to get into it because I didn't feel like I was very good at building. And then I did the giant otter habitat and fell in love. It took me forever. I realised that I had to put time into my builds, and I could do it. And then I decided to make a monkey temple, and I did it, and it looks really cool. So I just need to know that I need to believe in myself, really, and this is what spurred me to do that. And so now we're on the journey. We are building lovely lily pad manor, and hopefully, so I've got some ideas for some more creative habitat builds, which should be coming soon, hopefully, and hopefully you'll enjoy to see them. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. If you would like to give this video a like, please do. And if you would like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I shall see you very, very soon. Bye!